Well, guys, happy Sabbath again. Last time we talked about briefly about the idea that people are saying we are under the New Testament and we are under the New Covenant, not the Old Covenant, thinking that the Old Covenant is the Old Testament and the New Covenant is the New Testament, which I understand those words can be interchangeable, but here's what God said in the Old Testament about the New Covenant. In Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31 to 33, God says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant." A what? A new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they broke, although I was a husband unto them, says the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, says the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. Very interesting. The New Testament is about God's law written in our hearts. Why? How do you know that? Well, I know that because Jesus said, "It was told of you that if you commit, um, if you go and lust, and actually if you go and have a sexual relation with somebody that is married, you committed adultery. But I say unto you that any man who looks at a woman and lusts after her has already committed adultery in his heart." And it's not just for the man, it's also for the woman. So any woman who lusts after a man has already committed fornication or adultery in her heart. So that means now it's not about doing the action, it's about thinking about it. And when you think, it's because it is in your heart. Out of the heart, the mouth speaks. So whatever you think in your heart is going to reflect the action that you took most of the time. So when God said, "I will put my law in their hearts," that means He wants us to start thinking about the good things, not the bad things. And that is the new covenant. Now, of course, we know that it's just a new term with new people. But the covenant is the same from the Old Testament to the New Testament, but it is given at different times. So the New Covenant is not the New Testament. It is simply God writing His laws in our hearts. That way we can think of the heavenly things. So, hopefully that makes sense. This is the Open World TV, food for thought.